Hi all, and welcome to another video from Ms. Robbie's classroom. I'm your teacher advisor, Ms. Robbie, a public school teacher from the Philippines. Due to the shift from face-to-face to blended learning, I decided to come up with video lesson guides to help supplement my students' self-learning home tasks. So if you're new to my channel and you like what you're seeing, please give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, share, subscribe, click that bell button to be notified of new videos in this channel. Today, we will have another video on our series of the self-learning modules for English 7 for Quarter 4. For this clip, you will need your English 7 Module 6, some pieces of bond paper for your outputs, and a pen. Pay attention when you hear the bell sound. That means you may need to pause the video in order to do the task given. Then resume the video once you're done. And remember, start each day with a positive thought and a grateful heart. This lesson is based on the most essential learning competencies: discovering literature as a tool to assert one's unique identity and to better understand other people. So our goals at the end of this clip is that you'll be able to describe the character traits of Filipinos as depicted in the essay, infer the character trait or unique Filipino identity represented in a situation, and demonstrate sincerity in asserting one's unique identity and in understanding better other people. And so with that, let's talk about discovering literature as a tool to assert one's unique identity and to better understand other people. Before we go on, let's see what you know about the topic. Go to page 2 of your module. Determine the character traits that would best describe Filipinos as expressed in the following situations. Choose your answer from the word pool and write it in the space provided. Like in number 1. Whenever there are visitors, the Filipino host welcomes them warmly and offers them food. The host makes sure that the visitors feel at home. What Filipino character traits best describe the situation? That's right. The correct answer is hospitable. Are you ready to answer the rest? Let's go! It's checking time. Let's see how well you did. Go to page 16 of your module. Pause this video while you check your work. How did you do? Did you get a perfect score? Awesome! Not perfect? That's alright. Let's do better next time. Let's have more activities that have something to do with our lessons today. Go to page 3 of your module. What's it? Inside a box are words or phrases that can be used to describe the Filipinos. Choose 5 from the list which you think are the best traits of the Filipinos. Write your answer on the bubble map. Afterwards, complete the statement below. I choose these 5 as the best character traits of Filipinos because... Are you ready to answer? Let's go! It's checking time. Let's see how well you did. Go to page 16 of your module. Pause this video while you check your work. Are you ready for a challenge? Go to page 4 of your module. Give the characteristics of the bamboo and the mango tree by choosing the words or phrases in the word pool. Write your answer in the space provided. Then answer the question below. Which do you think could withstand strong winds? Why? Are you ready? Let's go! Now let's read Aesop's fable, The Bamboo and the Mango Tree, and answer the questions that follow.
The bamboo and the mango tree. Mango tree and bamboo grew up together. One day, mango tree asked bamboo, "Bamboo, why are you so thin? Look at me. My trunk is big and strong." "Mango, I may be thin, but I am not weak." "Are you sure you're not weak? Besides, what help do you give to people? You don't bear fruit." "I may not bear fruit, but people love to eat my shoots." The mango tree boasted again. "You don't give more shade. Look at me. People want to rest under my shade." Despite of what the mango tree said, Bamboo still believed that he can do something for others. That night, a strong wind came. Mango tree stood proudly against the wind, but Bamboo bent his head and bowed to the wind. The storm stopped in the morning. The mango tree was rooted, but Bamboo was still standing. Moral of the story: to be humble is to be strong.
Go to page 5 of your Mojo. Answer the following by completing the sentences. Are you ready? Let's go! At this point, let's learn more of the Filipinos' unique identity or character traits as we read the essay, Pliant Like a Bamboo by Ivy Malari, and answer the questions that follow. Listen up, guys!
Pliant like the bamboo. There is a story in Philippine folklore about a mango tree and a bamboo tree. Not being able to agree as to which was strongest of the two, they called upon the wind to make the decision. The wind blew hardest. The mango tree stood fast. It would not yield. It knew it was strong and sturdy. It was too proud. It was too sure of itself. But finally, its root gave way and it tumbled down. The bamboo tree was wiser. It knew it was not as robust as the mango tree. And so every time the wind blew, it bent its head gracefully. It made loud protestations but let the wind have its way. When finally the wind got tired of blowing, the bamboo tree still stood in all its beauty and grace. The Filipino is like the bamboo tree. He knows that he is not strong enough to withstand the onslaught of superior forces, and so he yields. He bends his head gracefully with many loud protestations, and he has survived. The Spaniards came and dominated him for more than 300 years. And when the Spaniards left, the Filipinos still stood, only much richer in experience and culture. The Americans took place of the Spaniards. They used more subtle means of winning over the Filipinos to their mode of living and thinking. The Filipinos embraced the American way of life more readily than the Spaniards' vague promises hereafter. Then the Japanese came like a storm, like a plague of locusts, like a pestilence, rude, relentless, cruel. The Filipino learned to bow his head low, to cooperate with the Japanese in their holy mission of establishing the co-prosperity sphere. The Filipino had only hate and contempt for the Japanese, but he learned to smile sweetly at them and to thank them graciously for their benevolence and magnanimity. And now that the Americans have come back and driven away the Japanese, those Filipinos who profited most from cooperating with the Japanese have been loudest in their protestations of innocence. Everything is as if the Japanese had never been in the Philippines. For the Filipino would welcome any kind of life that the gods would offer him. That is why he is contented and happy and at peace. The sad plight of other people of the world is not his. To him, as to that ancient Oriental poet, the past is already a dream and tomorrow is only a vision. But today, well lived, makes every yesterday a dream of happiness, and tomorrow is a vision of hope. This may give you the idea that the Filipino is a philosopher. Well, he is. He has not evolved a body of philosophical doctrines, much less has he put them down into a book like Kant, for example, or Santayana or Confucius. But he does have a philosophical outlook on life. He has a saying that life is like a wheel. Sometimes it is up, sometimes it is down. The monsoon season comes and he has to go undercover, but then the sun comes out again. The flowers bloom and the birds sing in the trees. You cut off the branches of a tree, and where the marks of the bolo are still upon it, it begins to shoot forth new branches, branches that are the promise of new color, new fragrance, and new life. Everywhere about him is the lessons in patience and forbearance that he does not have to learn with difficulty. For the Filipino lives in a country on which the gods lavished their gifts of plenty. He does not have to worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will be only another day, no winter of discontent. If he loses his possessions, there is the land and there is the sea with all the riches that one can desire. There is plenty to spare for friends, for neighbors, and for everyone else. No wonder that the Filipino can afford to laugh, for the Filipino is endowed with saving grace of humor. This humor is earthly as befits one who has not indulged in deep contemplation. But it has enabled the Filipino to shrug his shoulders in times of adversity and to say to himself, "Bahala na." The Filipino has often been accused of being indolent and of lacking initiative, and he has answered back that no one can help being indolent and lacking in initiative who lives under the torrid sun which saps the vitality. This seeming lack of vitality is, however, only one of his means of survival. He does not allow the world to be too much with him. Like the bamboo tree, he lets the winds of chance and circumstance blow all about him, and he is unperturbed and serene. The Filipino, in fact, has a way of escaping from the rigorous problems of life. Most of his art is escapist in nature. His forefathers wallowed in the moro-moro, the awit, and the corrido. They loved to identify themselves as gallant knights battling for the favors of fair ladies or the possession of hallowed place. And now, he himself loves to be lost in the throes and modern romance and adventure. His gallantry towards women, especially comely women, is a manifestation of his romantic turn of mind. Consequently, in no other place in Orient are women so respected, so adulated, and so pampered. For his women have enabled the Filipinos to look upon the vicissitudes of fortune as the bamboo tree regards the angry blasts of the blustering wind. The Filipino is eminently suited to his romantic role. He is slender and wiry. He is nimble and graceful in his movements. His voice is soft, and he has the gift of language. In what other place in the world can you find a people who can carry on a fluent conversation in at least 3 languages? This gift is another means by which the Filipino has managed to survive. There is no insurmountable barrier between him and any of the people who have come to live with him, Spanish, American, and Japanese. The foreigners do not have to learn his language. He easily manages to master theirs. Verily, the Filipino is like the bamboo tree in its grace and its ability to adjust itself to the peculiar and inexplicable whims of fate. The bamboo tree is his expressive and symbolic national tree. It will have to be not the malave or the nara, but the bamboo.
Answer the following questions. Number 1. What are the character traits of Filipinos as depicted in the essay? Number 2. Why did the mango tree tumble down? Number 3. How did the bamboo survive the storm? Number 4. Are you like the mango tree or the bamboo? Why? Are you ready to answer? Let's go! Now you just heard the essay Pliant Like the Bamboo by Ivy Malari. The essay depicts the Filipinos' characteristics as likened to a bamboo. The bamboo survived the storm because it knew that it was not strong enough to fight against the wind. It just adapted to the situation by bending as the wind blew. On the other hand, the mango tree was uprooted and it tumbled down because it was too proud of itself. It never adjusted itself to the situation, that's why it never survived. As the title suggests, pliant like a bamboo, the Filipinos are described as resilient or flexible individuals who can endure the different circumstances in life, be it everyday battles, challenges, struggles, or calamities. The Filipinos stand unyielding and triumphant. Aside from being flexible, the other parts of the essay describes the Filipinos as humble, obedient, optimistic, contented, respectful, happy, and at peace. It also reflected men's high regard for women. Now you learned about the Filipino characteristics as depicted in Pliant Like a Bamboo. Now let's apply what you just learned. Go to page 9 to 12 of your module. For guided activity 1, the paragraphs of the essay entitled Pliant Like a Bamboo by Ivy Malari are numbered 1 to 20. It expresses several characteristics of Filipinos. Now tick yes if you agree that the following descriptions were implied in the essay, and tick no if you disagree. Then identify the paragraph number that states or expresses it. The first one serves as an example. Number 1 is wise. This character is implied in the essay in paragraph 3. In assessment 1, pick the sentences from the essay that imply the given character traits of Filipinos. Like in number 1, humility. In the essay, it's found in the statement, it knew it was not as robust as the mango tree, and so every time the wind blew, it bent its head gracefully. In guided activity 2, read the paragraphs below comparing the mango tree and the bamboo. Analyze and determine the character traits implied in each word or phrase in bold. For assessment 2, list down how the mango tree and the bamboo acted or responded when the wind blew the hardest. In independent activity 1, read and answer the following questions based on the essay. Circle the letter of your choice. In assessment 3, below are paragraphs taken from the essay. Read and answer the questions after. Circle the letter of your choice. Are you ready to answer all these exercises? Let's go! It's checking time. Let's see how well you did. Go to page 16 of your module. Pause this video while you check your work. How did you do? Got a perfect score? Awesome! Not perfect? That's alright. Let's do better next time. It's reflection time. Go to page 12 of your module. Complete the paragraph below. Based on the readings and activities, what are the unique identity or character traits of the Filipinos? It's assessment time. Go to page 13 of your module. The bamboo represents the Filipinos' resilience to withstand the pressure from different circumstances in life. Aside from the bamboo, what other objects may symbolize the character traits or unique identity of Filipinos? Draw it inside the box. Have fun! Congratulations! Now you've discovered literature as a tool to assert your unique identity and to better understand other people. To make sure that you apply this lesson, I want you to do the remaining activities on this module. Go to page 13 of your module. What I can do. Observe the character traits of Filipinos at present. How do they act or respond to circumstances in life? Then compare and contrast how they were described in Pliant Like a Bamboo. Use the Venn diagram below. You ready? Let's go! Now submit your work for checking to your teacher. Now you're all set for lesson 7. Until next time, this is your teacher advisor, Ms. Robbie. Happy studying, guys!